Hey there, Max Simon here, the founder of Big Vision Business, and today's Big Vision show is going to be very different. So the video that you're about to see was shot at one of our private high-end events with a beautiful woman named Aparna. And Aparna is going to be sharing some very vulnerable, very real, very specific things about her life and her business that have been stopping her in creating the kind of income and impact she desires. You'll watch as Jeffery and I coach her through this very delicate inward process to ultimately clear those fears, the resistance, those obstacles, and really feel complete permission to move forward powerfully in her life and her business. Go ahead and watch this video, and then I'll debrief with you at the end. Enjoy. What do you need?
What do I need? Jeffrey told me yesterday that I have a lot of resistance. That's what I want to talk about. I've been thinking about everything you said. I can't say that I figured it out, obviously.
Was it true?
Yes. I feel like it's breaking down, but it hasn't fully happened.
So what's the resistance saying?
Let go.
That's not the resistance.
Oh, you know what's best. You know what's right.
That's not the resistance either.
I have no idea then.
Yeah, you're playing a little bit. So there's a part of you that actually wants to stay young, innocent, immature, and doesn't want to have to take responsibility for knowing. Because you do know.
So all you need to do is look at where you stop yourself, or what you say to yourself when you say, well, it can be smaller than that, or I don't really need to go over there, right? I don't need to do that, or no, it's not that thing, right? You just got to start to put a voice to it. And you do know, Jeffrey's right, and that's completely true for you.
So hold on. So every time we say something like that, you listen, and then when I stop talking, you do this.
Because I'm trying to figure out
up
what it is.
into the head to figure it out. So I'm going to invite you into a different process, which is to drop down and in. You might need to close your eyes for a minute. And you actually know how to drop down and in to your place of knowing. One of the habits you have is to go to the place of unknowing, to go to the place of I don't know. And then the secondary habit is to try to figure out what you don't know, instead of dropping into the place of knowing, which is a down and in motion, which is where you're going right now. And allow your intelligence, your wisdom, your knowing to drop into the place that's right and wanting love and is ready to open.
And then when you do know, be willing to put a voice to it. Because another pattern of yours is to not feel it's okay to speak about lots of things. What's true, what's raw, what's real, what's powerful. So this is the place to lean into, is to drop down into your knowing, even if that knowing is what you're saying you're afraid of, or scared of, or pushed away from, or turned off from, or unwilling to go into. And to then take that knowing and actually put a voice to it from a place of knowing. You know, there's power in actually acknowledging that. Right? So put a voice to it once you have it closely enough. Make sure close enough to it.
It's not going to happen for me.
Yeah. Keep talking. So this is an extraordinarily important practice for you. So keep going. I know that you're emotional, but I want you to keep talking. Just keep letting that
Some days
unravel.
I feel like all I do is try and have some success, but there's not enough momentum. There's not enough results the way I want to see it. And then I fall back to the whole Indian thing of the karma, you know. I feel, well, for some people it happens. For me it probably won't, because it's not written in the stars for me. So I have two choices. One is to give up. The other is to keep trying and feeling unsuccessful over and over and over again. I can't give up because I have children and because I truly believe I'm here for a very special reason. And so whatever trying I'm doing, I just keep stumbling and fumbling through it. And everybody thinks, wow, have all these great offerings and you're so beautiful and you're so this and that. To me, hearing that is not enough because I don't feel it on the inside.
There.
So I want everyone in this room, including you, to just know and notice that when you're committed to telling the truth, and all we're doing up here is being committed to finding the truth. That's all we're doing. And we're just saying no, 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 until something lands that feels honest. Part of your practice begins with being honest. And there's a lot of time you move through your life not being honest.
It's cultural.
Hi.
Right? It's cultural too, though, you know?
It is, and you don't, I mean, you talk about your problems and all that, but...
It was interesting at this meditation retreat I was just at. Adia talked a lot about the teachings of Jesus, and one of the things he said that really struck me, and follows on some of the other things from other things, but was that he said the teachings of the East don't often touch the deep personal wound of people in the West, where we feel fundamentally broken.
It's karma. That's not personal.
And he said, but people in the East, it's coming not from like, I'm personally fundamentally broken and that's why blah, 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 blah. Instead, he said, it's kind of, oh, generally we have karma. And he said, if it's personal, it becomes, I personally have karma.
Yeah.
And that's where people in the East go. So it's a different place.
And it's a very fatalistic view, you know. Once you have karma, well, you can try to transcend it and transform it, but you're fucked. It's your karma. You know? And my family never told me that, but it's such a part of the collective consciousness.
DNA.
Yeah.
I had a Buddhist teacher once who said, being a Buddhist in America makes you still 90% Christian. Being a Christian in a Buddhist country still makes you 90% Buddhist. Because the collective story is woven through everything, whether or not you personally have any connection to it or belief in it.
And see, the great thing about you, Aparna, which is why I've always loved being with you, is that you're hungry to personally transcend. You know, meaning you have your own hunger to, like, it doesn't feel completely true to you that I just have this karma, right? Like, you can sense that it's kind of like, I get that's part of the story and the lineage, and I get that it might also be true for some people if they believe it, but like, I don't know. I actually feel like I could transcend this karma, or it doesn't have to be the case for me, right? And so that's what creates this will in you to do something great. That's what creates this will in you to live for your kids and provide something great for your kids. Like, it drives you, right? So it's this yes, no. Yes, I'm feeling the pull, the call to do something greater. No, I've got all this karma. I've got all these old things that are telling me I can't be this way. It's not going to work for me. Right? Part of it, as we continuously say, is just being willing to give it a voice and be honest to it. Like, oh yeah, it's coming up. So not surrendering to, I don't know. I don't know. It's all karma.
Well, and where the I don't know comes in is when you just feel fucked, kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. You're at a dead end there. And so then the place you go when you reach the dead end is, I don't know.
And I'm going to try.
It's the I don't know, and then it's time to get busy.
Oh shit,
it's time to get busy.
That's not going to feed me. Now I've got to get busy.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, good. So, as Max said, there's a voice in you that's fatalistic.
And strong to dictate how we feel and how we operate and what we do. And just come back to truth. So you can almost see and feel the visual of, like, in your head, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to just bring the energy and focus right back to the truth of my presence and the truth of what's calling. Back to my heart. And to allow that dance and allow that process to happen as much as it needs to, but allow it to happen honestly. Oh, this old stuff is saying, what's it saying? Okay, is any of that really true? Nope. Or maybe. But what's really true now? And where do I come back to?
As you do that, you can both feel the old belief, and you can connect to this larger truth, and you can co-locate each. I want to invite this energy in your heart, this immense love, to move into your whole body, to let it continue to move in your body until it also moves into your head. And actually allow that love to touch the voice that says, it'll never happen for me. Not to change its mind, not to even prove it's wrong, but just to include that as well in your love.
And that includes having the energy move down as well. Breathing into the belly, dropping that into the pelvis, feeling the feet, the full body.
Beautiful.
Take a deep full breath in.
One more.
And we're going to ask one more, but as you breathe, breathe down.
Just allow your eyes to open. So I want you to notice something right now. You've been in the habit of either or, and this is true for so many people. Either I'm in my love, I'm in my heart, I'm in my deeper wisdom and truth, or I'm connected to this old story that it will never happen for me, it's karma, there's nothing I can do about it.
Which is back here. when, you know, it moves from here up to the back of our heads usually.
I want you to feel right now that it actually doesn't even have to be an either or, that this love is big enough to even encompass that aspect of yourself. It doesn't have to battle it, doesn't have to prove it wrong. That too in you can be loved.
And you're gonna bump against the edges. Like, I could see your whole body trembling, right? It's great. Right? Like, that's the life, like letting the whole being alive in. So, you know, what you're feeling, what you're experiencing, it's perfect. You're so open, Aparna. That's one of the reasons we love working with you so much. You know, we all have a resistance, but you're so open. And it's easy for you to when you tune, let your energy flow through. Like, your energy gets like, wow, that's the call, that's the bigness. It's here for you, right? And it's just a matter of the practice of moving it from here, you know, into here, and then everywhere, you know, and letting it touch all the different aspects. And you'll just, every day, just what we did, practice exactly that. And you'll see, the kinks will smooth.
Yeah.
Kinks will smooth out, and then you'll just, you know, you'll just radiate.
Here's the last thing I'll add is you do have a wonderful fire and personal drive.
Wonderful fire.
Wonderful fire and personal drive, yes you do. And there's a way that it can make you like, I need to hammer it out, which is actually a reaction to, it'll never happen for me, right? And so as you feel this love and let that open up and let energy flow from that place, that will start to shift as well. And the drive will start to feel really holy. Cool?
Just keep showing up.
The drive will be holy.
Well, it is. Yeah. It'll start to feel holy.
Yes.
Awesome. And
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that video. And Aparna, like so many people, is oftentimes being stopped, blocked, putting up resistance to the very thing that we are attempting to do in our business. You know, saying yes to something like impacting more people, making more money, putting ourselves out in the world in a bigger way. But also saying no, so unconsciously inside of ourself, and watching as that push-pull literally stops you from moving forward. So first, I'd love to hear what you learned or what you're taking away from this video by sharing a comment below. Secondly, if you found value, share it with your friends on social media. And third, make sure to click the link below to get access to the Full Body Yes experience, a new 3-part virtual training we're doing for everyone who has a ticket to our annual live event, Enlightened Business Live, that will help you clear through that resistance in you and move forward powerfully. So click the link below, and we'd love to help you clear away the unconscious no's that are literally stopping you from creating the business of your dreams. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Click the link below. We'll see you real soon. Much love to you. Subscribe.